Hello friends, this is my first video. My name is Ahmed. This is video about comparison between Linux and Windows, and it is you who will decide that which one of them is best. Going on to the comparison, first of all we have to think that what is operating system basically. Generally it is a system software that controls the system's hardware and that interacts with the user and the application software. Or simply we could say that it's a bridge between user and computer. User generally can't interact with direct with hardware. It is very difficult because hardware understands binary language. Okay, going on. First, introduction to Linux. Linux is a general term like Unix-like operating system based on the Linux kernel. Linux kernel was created by Louis Torvalds in 1991. Linux is free, almost cheap, I would say, and open source software. Linux is programmed in C and C++ language. That means if you are good in C and C++ language, you would be able to edit it, to change it to what you want from Linux. So this is what we can we say the definition of open source is. Linux is available in desktop, servers, embedded devices. Linux can be installed in wide variety of hardware. Going on desktop environment, Linux uses GNOME and KDE and some more desktop environments. Basically, it uses GNOME and KDE. Linux is best for programmers because you can change it, like I previously said. If you want, like you want to show how Linux should be, you can modify it if you know the programming languages like C and C++. Now, introduction to Windows. Windows is operating system produced by Microsoft. Linux is based on Windows kernel. First version of Windows was 1.0, and now the latest is Windows 7. Those all of you know. Microsoft is a company which makes Windows operating system. Microsoft company, the owner of Microsoft company, Bill Gates, as all of you know. There are three versions which are based on the NT versions of Windows, means networking version: Windows 7, Vista, and XP. And as everyone know, Windows is expensive and it doesn't allow user to modify it by user end like Linux does. Now coming to comparison, Windows has 92% of desktop share, while Linux has 1% of desktop share, usage share. Windows has 73.9% of server market share. Linux has 21.2% of server market share. Windows has 1%, means 5 of supercomputers family share out of 500. Whereas in this point, Linux has gone advanced on Windows, having 91% of, means 455 supercomputers out of 500. Both Linux and Windows provide graphical user interface and also command line interface, where Windows uses desktop Windows Manager graphical user interface, and in command line it has DOS, as everyone knows. Linux has different graphical user interface like GNOME and KDE I already have told you. Linux uses in command line Linux shell, which is I say more stronger than DOS. In Linux shell, you can do everything and modify your operating system, do ever what you want in Linux shell. That's why it is very strong. Nowadays, Windows is easy to install with graphical user interface. Although different distros means distributions of Linux has easy to installation, but some of them are typical to install. The point where Linux come advanced to my Windows is that Linux come has live CD option, which enables you to preview it before installation. That if you want to check how it will run on your desktop or a notebook or any PC, you can preview it before installation. Windows contains enough drivers, but companies also provide their drivers. Linux has included a majority of drivers. That means you don't have to install every driver. It automatically installs your driver. And Windows supports basic 3 file systems, but NTFS nowadays going on F16 and F32 were the old version of file system of Windows, and it supports ext2, ext3 and many of them. Linux supports basically ext2, ext3, ext4, but it's gone beyond with FAT, NFS, NTFS and many of them others. Usually Windows reboots after driver updates, software installation, designed to reduce downtime times. Linux itself needs to restart only for Linux kernel updates. Windows has thousands of programs available for download from many options and for purchase on DVD and CD in retails. Linux application intended for installation on a specific Linux distribution are typically packaged into binary download file for installation by the system's package manager. Like in Ubuntu, we have Ubuntu Software Center, which enables you to which makes available all different softwares to you for Ubuntu. Windows has a lot of different games, where Linux has very limited games available on it because of limited users.